Hello folks, and welcome back to part 2 of our PC build. I'm Double Tap. So as you can see where we left off, we've got the motherboard out, we've got the processor ready, and what I want to do on this video is put it all together. I then want to set it up and test it before I actually put it in to the tower, just to make sure that everything's running as it should be. I want to know if the motherboard's running properly, so you know, if there's any problems I can rectify them and get it sorted before actually putting the whole lot together and sticking it in the tower. So let's have a look. We'll turn this around. We've got our AM3 Plus socket here, so we'll start by opening it up. As you can see here, I'll zoom in so you can see it. That's where the arrow is, so we'll be lining that up with our CPU. Just gonna get it all out of the box. Okay, put that there. Just want to make sure I'm grounded, so before you start messing about with these things, so we don't need any static electricity at this point. And there it is, our AMD FX 6300. And that one is the 6 core. So as you can see here, we've got our little triangle in that corner right there, and we're going to line it up with the triangle right here. This is a first for me, so, and that just slotted straight in. Don't know what I was worried about, but let's close this up and lock it into place, and that's nice and firmly put in there. That was pretty sweet and extremely easy, I must say. Right, we've got our stock heat sink here. I was gonna opt for a different type and go with that, but in the end I didn't bother. I'm just sticking with this one. If I get any problems with the overclocking, I will change that for another one. But what I'm now looking at is the position of this, whether I want it that way or that way, because our CPU fan header is here, so might be better on the board if it actually goes that way. So let's see if we can put it on that way. Okay, there's one way to get rid of that. Let's have a look. We've got it clipped in ready on this side. As you can see, it's already got the mounting brackets fitted to the motherboard. This side, I'm gonna, okay, that's the open position, so it's going to clip. Let me move this around so you've got a better view of it. That should be better for you. So that is how it is long. It's now clipped onto the other part of the mounting bracket. And how does this clip? Does it just move over? That don't look right to me. Let me try it another way. No, that just doesn't feel right to me. It's got to go like that. Yeah, it's gotta. I'm just being extra cautious because, like I said in my other videos, this is a first for me. So actually, let me have a look at this user's manual and I'll be right back. Right then, I've had a quick look at the paperwork and I did have it in the correct way, so everything's good there, but because I'm probably just being a bit overcautious, I didn't realise that everything was good. It just didn't feel right to me, but I'm now gonna clip that over and it's locked into place. That is as solid as you like. Let's have a look. Yep, that's good. Right then, we've got our little 4-pin here, which will go to our CPU fan there, but this looks a bit long to me, so I might just put a little knot in it. And as you can see, there's 4 pins there. I'm just checking to see if this is the right way around, and that is connected and it is locked into place. Just gonna put the wire down there a bit so it's a bit more tidy, like that. I don't want it actually touching these because there's a good chance it'd melt the wiring. Don't hold me to that, but like I say, it's my first time, so I'm just being a little bit cautious. So that's our CPU all fitted, and I'm quite pleased with that. Sorted. Right then, so what we got to do next, I'm gonna hook it up to the power. I'm going to put a graphics card into it, but it won't be the actual graphics card that I'm using on the build. It's going to be a little tiny one, well, a smaller one anyway, which is a Sapphire Radeon HD 4870. Nothing special. Picked these up quite cheap now, but for testing it, I think it's going to be pretty useful. Get the drives out and everything else. Right, do I need the VGA to HDMI? No, I don't need that. Right, let me put that out of the way. And the only reason I'm putting this in is because I want to plug it into the TV, but that's what it looks like. You know, nothing too fancy. And we'll pop that in there, and as you can hear, it's locked into place. Right, what I need to do now, if I can find it, is get the power and hook that up. What the hell have I done with it? Put that there. Where the hell is that? Oh, there it is. Just right next to me. Right, I've got a VGA adapter here. Which I'm going to plug in there, ready. I have got my, oh hold on, where's the power for this? There it is, 2 6-pin on the side. Right then. I'm gonna turn that around. I'm going to move this back so you can see it a bit better. Right then, let's get this out. Right, and there it is, our power. It's got a little sticker on, I'll have to take that off. That's in okay. Turn that around so you can see it a bit better. Let's have a look at these cables. Right, we'll start with the 24-pin power, and it's a good idea, well, it's the only idea, that don't turn any of this on, don't plug it into any of the power while you're fitting it all together. Your power is the last thing you turn on when you've actually got it all connected up. So we've got our 24-pin in there. We're going for the 4-pin here, and we're going for the 2 6-pins for the graphics card. If this will reach, should reach. I think it's because I've got it all out of the box type of thing. Right then, so that's that. That is our power adapter. That will be plugging in very soon. Make sure that's turned off. That's plugged in there. Put that out of the way for a minute. That's the drivers for that, so I don't want to mix those up. So let me just double check. Right, I want to keep that out of the way. I'm not putting in the RAM yet, because all I want to do is test that the motherboard's going to boot up and that the CPU is working. I'm going to now connect it to the monitor, turn it on and see what's what. So back in a minute. Right then folks, as you can see I've hooked it up to a monitor. What we're going to do is we're going to power it on, and if you see this here where it says front panel, we've got the little power connectors here. We're going to bridge it with a little flat-ended screwdriver, which basically will act as if you were pressing the button on the actual computer, as if you were turning the thing on basically. So I just want to get this so you can see it all in action. Fingers crossed, and let's hope for the best. Right then, I'm turning the power pack on. So all of that is on now. I'm checking that the wiring is all hooked up. So I'm going for the power. Okay then, that's on. That isn't on. It's twitching. I don't know what it wants to do. The motherboard, I don't know what's happening with that. The graphics card has come on. Not sure what's happening yet. Graphics card is powering up. For some reason the TV hasn't come on. The little blue light isn't coming on. The CPU fan is twitching for God knows what reason. I think the TV's just come on. Might have to try this a different way. Power pack is really silent. Okay, let's bridge this power again. I'm not sure if there's a different way I can test this. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Let's see if it will boot up again. I'm not sure if it won't work because there's obviously no drivers or anything for that motherboard, for the graphics card. I don't think the motherboard has a HDMI connector. That's on that panel. Right then folks, I think I've worked out what I was having a problem with. Thought it was the graphics card, so I changed it over to the Palit, and then what I did is I put the dual channel RAM in, which is what I forgot to do. So hopefully it should now work. So we've got the power on, everything is connected, so I'm going to trip the power here. There we go. Let's see what happens. Come on baby. Okay, so CPU's gone, it's picked it up, Gigabyte, durable. Okay, Gigabyte UEFI dual BIOS warning, no bootable devices detected, system will enter the BIOS setup utility. So basically that's telling us everything is working on the motherboard, which that's exactly what I wanted. Let me just show you everything that I did, so just in case you need to get an idea, and I weren't too good at explaining it. That is your Palit graphics card. Like I said about the blue LEDs around it, around the side, you can't really see it in this light, and plus the monitor's in the way. So what I'm going to do is, folks, I'm going to get rid of all this lot, because as you can see I got myself in a right mess. And plus the dog's moaning at me because he wants to go out, so I'm going to put all this crap away. I'm going to take that motherboard apart, then we're going to install it in the case and install everything else in the case. So back in a minute. Okay then folks, I've now done a bit of tidying up. I've disconnected everything from the motherboard, as you can see. Obviously the CPU and the fan is still on there. You can see all the things we put in, and you can see that we're back to being tidy again. So we're coming up to the half-hour mark again for part 2 of our gaming computer build, so I think I'm going to leave it there and carry on in part 3. So if you found this interesting and it helped you out in any way, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'm Double Tap, and I hope to see you again in part 3. Bye for now.